Why is the N-word less taboo than other hate crime slurs?
Oh, racism. Systemic racism.
It's I would say it's also
It's part of,
it's part of the power lexicon.
yeah.
You're able to lessen the value of that which you despise by assigning to it a value. The name nigger or the N-word, and you gotta look at it for what it historically has been used for. It's even been used to create division among its victims.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a excellent psychological tool, okay, by the oppressor.
Well, if you look at it, they've been using the N-word forever. And we didn't like it when they started using it. We don't like it now. And in actuality, a lot of people don't really even know what the true meaning of the word is. So, with that being said, you got people that really, getting upset over nothing. And if they knew the true meaning of the word, they'll know that it doesn't just apply directly to us. So, less taboo, I would say. I think if they knew the true meaning of the word, then it wouldn't even bother them as much.
It's commonplace. We hear it very commonly used in a derogatory manner. We're accustomed to it. It is the slur in this country. I can't think of any slur above it because it is the bedrock which other slurs are compared to. As with the black struggle. So I think it's just a matter of timing that the development of other ethnic groups and minority groups use the strength of a comparison, the sameness, not something that is divisive, but they look to say this apple and this thing are the same. And we all understand that the N-word is unacceptable publicly. Those of us who can use it and nobody check us about it because it is something that is organic in the community. But I really don't think it's all that organic when it was planted. It's been adopted, and it's so ingrained and so commonplace. Nobody bats an eyelash. They're desensitized to the N-word. Plus, in this new woke era, everything stands on the back of black.
Always bet on black.
There's a movie that's on the internet, but also part of a book called "How the Jews Invented Hollywood." And when they're saying Jews, I don't use the word Jew. I say European Jews, if that's what I'm talking about, because I don't like the universalization. I don't like how Europeans have been able to co-opt that. You're attacking Jews like you're attacking us. No, the originals, as we mentioned offline, were from Ethiopia. My mentees were Jewish. They weren't white. These are black kids. They understand the history of it. The mother understands all that. But then I'm one of these people that, they say, oh, they don't see race. Like this one. I'm like, when I hear that, that person is the biggest racist out there. Because when you don't see race, that means you also don't see this racism and stuff that's happening. You're blind to the conditions of black people and other people that are victims of this global system of domination and oppression. I'm one of these people, I don't see religion. How about that? I don't need you running around telling me I'm into this, I'm a base what you into on what I see you doing and how you treat me. Okay, how about that? So I don't see religion. So when people say Jewish, I mean, I ask them, well, what is that? Why is that important? They try and throw that in there like that's some separate. Chris Rock made one of his comedy acts. He said, white people. He said black people don't hate Jews; they hate white people. So if this is the white people talking about, they're being despised because they're white, not because they're really. Don't take that like somehow, oh, it's what do they say? Anti-Semitic. Anti-Semitic is a misnomer anyway. Semite is a language. Ethiopic, Coptic, Semitic. Do these people speak the Semitic language? Then they're not Semites. What makes them Semites? No, I'm not the one. And so, since they control Hollywood, that means that they're in control of the movies that are being made where you see the N-word so much. That's one group. I'm talking about the European Jews. They've signed off on that, and they get to sit back in the background and say, hey, look, it ain't us. That's what Denzel said. Or that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what that actor says. The real power lies beyond the throne. And if we're going to gain any authority, if we're going to change the world order as it is today, we're going to have to, as one of our great speakers in order to say, we're going to have to see the wizard. The wizard is not the public-facing person. The wizard is the person behind them. And he said, when you get to them, you find out the wizard is just a prop. These people, these Bill Gates, these Bezos, these people are nothing without their banking systems, without governments to protect them, without the security that they have. Because if they were sitting here, right now, and they said something offline, we'd be able to put hands on them. But they're insulated. And they've got politicians to do their bidding for them. They've got entertainers to do their bidding for them. They got governments to do their bidding for them. So the real power lies behind the throne. And the European Jews, they have a lot to do with the hate speech that blacks direct toward themselves in movies and art and other forms because they own them. They're in control of them. We should stop blaming the operators. The operators are part of it. And start looking at who the owners are. Just like I hear all the time, a friend was telling me, did you hear what Jason Whitlock said, or whatever the guy is. I'm aware of him. The newscast. I said, Jason, Stephen A. Smith, all these personalities, they just do what their employers tell them to do. Why are we so upset with them? They're trying to secure their bag. They're not self-determined. They're not independent. They're not even entrepreneurs as such. They work for the man. And if you know who the man is, then that will be at the core negativity of this foul language, whether it's the N-word or anything else. And that's why anything you say against them can be severely punished. The N-word, though, you're going to be rewarded. Denzel, in Training Day, he won an award for that. That movie, the messaging behind it, in my mind, was awful. Denzel is one of the greatest actors, in my mind, of the past, of the 21st century, easily. But the roles you're only going to be rewarded for playing roles that are pejorative or degrading to black people. He got the Oscar for that. Halle Berry got the Oscar for playing a hoe to the hillbilly in Monsters Ball. So that's programming. When you play a thug cop, we'll give you an award. When you play a sex object, that's the programming for us. The program for black women is to be sex objects. The program for black men is you're all thugs. And when we say the word, we're generally referring to each other. We don't refer to the thugs in blue. Certainly not. We didn't refer to Ethan, and the terminology is so different. Ethan Crumley was a shooter. He wasn't considered. I don't even know how much they use the word murderer to him. And even black, they would use all thug, murderer, all these negative terms that they apply to us. And this guy just walked in school and took out his classmate for no reason. Something. So the hate crimes, the hate slurs, are being sanctioned by those ultimately in power and the people using them. Even when we refer to each other, like I talked about earlier, that's not the core negativity. We're just acting out what we are programmed to act out. But at the core of it is the people that make sure that the word is omnipresent. Everywhere we go, we can't go anywhere. I went to see Clarissa Shields fight at Little Caesars Arena, and they made sure that music they played, every song they played had that word in it. And she was going, and I'm sitting there, and I'm still, I don't want to be a prude barber, but when I'm in mixed company particularly, I don't like being around white people. Because I told my sister, she kind of got upset. I said, when I hear that word, that makes me want to hit one of them. Because I know what comes. Oh, no, this and that. You know, because we're taught to kind of accept it. Like, she got upset. I'm like, no, it's upsetting to me to hear that. And we just go along with it. So that's my take on it, Bob.